Hey folks, KILT-MAN here, KILT-MAN at your services. How are you all? Hope you're all doing very, very well. Yes, and welcome to another Kilted commentary. A Kilted commentary for Commando from 1985, directed by Mark L. Lester and starring, I don't know, some big beefcake. He didn't really go on to anything after this. Here he is on my t-shirt right now. Let off some steam, Bennett. This is one of the campest, craziest, most carnage-heavy movies from the 80s. It, of course, stems from First Blood and First Blood Part 2, Rambo, and the whole sort of rivalry between Stallone and Schwarzenegger. Who could kill the most? Who could carry the biggest weapons? Who had the biggest guns, literally, on the arms? And this met with quite critical acclaim, believe it or not. I saw it day one in the UK. It came out in the UK after it came out in America. And I saw it day one. Loved it, completely loved it, and I've loved it ever since. Even though I know it's a complete little old hokum. And but the British critics seem to actually be warming towards it. Whereas they were horrible towards Stallone for First Blood Part 2, which came out the same year, of course. And although First Blood went down a storm, Rambo itself was just completely demolished by the critics. Well, the fans loved it. And yet, weirdly, critics seem to like this one. I collected loads of press cuttings because I was a sad bastard back in those days. And I wanted to be Arnie. I had the flat top and everything. And I was only a kid, you know, but I loved the movie. And I had all press cuttings. I remember one in particular, and I wish I still had it to prove it to you now. I had a great big picture of Arnie, the famous one of him, just sort of side on, but looking at you with a cigar in his gob, which was from Commando. He's got a vest on. And the actual tagline was, Commando, the thinking man's Rambo. The thinking man's Rambo. Commando and John Matrix, the commando of the title, Arnie's big character, is a complete and utter rhinoceros. Stealth, covert, tactics out the window. It's comic book mayhem writ large, and as such it's perfect, but it doesn't hold a candle to Rambo and his tactics, even though the Rambo movies got more and more overblown as the series went on and more ridiculous. But he still had elements of genuine tactics and stealth and concealment and real strategies involved and living off the land, whereas Commando is just boys' own. It's a completely OTT, outrageous, urban thriller war movie. It's completely brazenly stupid, and all the better for it. But the fact that Commando, the thinking man's Rambo, and they were really making a big issue out of like Schwarzenegger being, he's a businessman, you know, he's got politics, he's got all this going on, he's married into the Kennedys, blah blah blah, and what's Stallone got? They were really doing down Stallone and bigging up Schwarzenegger. Very, very strange. And of course, now we all know that Commando is a complete pile of old tosh. But it's such great, ripe old tosh that we love it and adore it. So I'm not going to waffle anymore about this introduction part, because you know the film, of course. And hopefully you're all sitting there right now and you've got the film almost primed to play. And we're going to synchronise that. So don't be looking at me, you look at the screen, you watch the movie and listen to my stupid voice waffling over the top. There's been a few people lately who've said, I've been watching your commentaries, but I haven't actually got the films. But I've enjoyed your commentaries. Well, however you enjoy it, so long as you enjoy it, that's the main thing. But it will work better if you can watch the film as well. So I always try to give you a bit of an advance warning that it's going to be this movie, it's going to be that movie, so you can get it all primed and ready. So, for reference purposes, I am watching the UK version. Fully uncut, of course. None of that cut malarkey now. We've got the arms coming off, the saw blades and all that. So that's here. And when you put it in, the UK one, it starts straight away. It just goes straight into it. So I've paused it just before the 20th Century Fox logo comes on and the fanfare. So folks, if you've got a drink, get it. Make sure you're comfortable. Let's kick back and kick ass with Commando. Now I'm going to press play in 3 seconds. I'm going to count down from 3. 3, 2, 1, and then press. Not 3, 2, 1, press simultaneously. 3, 2, 1, and then press. Okay? Come on now. So 3, 2, 1. th Century Fox. I've turned the sound right down, but I might turn up a wee bit. I mean, Arnie had done Terminator, he'd done Conan. The next big thing would be to have him as a one-man army and make him a sort of modern day, you know, Commando, a soldier, a super soldier. So we've got the opening sort of montage now of the assassinations of Colonel John Matrix Schwarzenegger, his old unit, his special forces unit. But these guys that are getting wasted are anything but special forces guys. Let's be honest. Arnie, who was Colonel John Matrix, what a stupid name, Colonel John Matrix. Doesn't make any sense, does it? He was now a single parent, single dad. Don't hear nothing about the wife and the mother of Chenny, his daughter Chenny, played by Alyssa Milano. Look, he's an ex-special forces operator from Arnie's elite unit, and he wakes up with the job. Oh, God, where am I? Oh, what's going? You should have smelt them coming. Matrix can. How do you get a babe like that? Shit, was that the cat litter he was putting in there? Bill Duke and, I forgot the guy's name. Gary Cervantes playing Darius. Diaz, not Darius. He'd been in a lot of movies during the 80s. Hey! We won't. They're Ingram Mac 10s they're using there. And just to finish off the job, let's put a few more rounds into you. And they didn't even pick up the rubbish. Here's Bill Duke again as Cook. So we now know he's an assassin. So you can assume what's going to happen here. So here's another former member of Arnie's elite unit, who's now a car salesman. Trust me, you don't want leather, brother.
What's that?
The price. I mean, this is a bit of a haphazard way of assassinating someone as well. Nice stunt, but let's be honest, he might not have died. Although I think we can safely assume that he snuffed it there. Vernon Wells! Wes from Mad Max 2. Looks great in that costume there, but when we see him in his normal bad boy outfit in this, oh my God, the campiest, most outrageously gay and ridiculous bad guy ever. Vernon Wells, but he's great. Look, there's Diaz again. Oh, I recognise you from somewhere. Oh, I know you. Little grin, what's that about? Goes off on his trawler. But Bill Duke picks out like an Acme from like Wile E. Coyote, sort of, look at this detonator with the big head on it. Kaboom! Alright, I misjudged the kaboom. So assassinations are plenty. Here's James Horner's blisteringly great score. Steel drums, lots of drum pads, fair bit of synth electronics going on. It is Arnie, one of the greatest intros ever. Oh, look at that. What an intro. He walks in with a great flat top, carrying a tree over his shoulder. Listen to those steel drums. Horner would use this style a lot. Gorky Park, Red Heat, 48 Hours. What a nice place you got there. Matrix. And you kicked the missus out as well. He is in great shape in this movie. I've said before, the greatest shape I've seen him in cinematically is in Conan the Destroyer. He is ripped to hell in that. And athletic as well. He does a fair bit of running in this movie, but he does look a bit clumsier in this. Well, that's not Bill Duke, is it? It's not Gary Cervantes. Oh! Little Alyssa Milano. Oh dear. Here we go. There's going to be a lot of laughter in this, I'm afraid. Have some of mine. Have some of mine, Dad. You got me. You being cream pied, mate? The fuck is that? No, bring the elbow around like this. You see a lot of fighting hand to hand in this. Oh god. Bambi. We're going to be cooking you later. Now watch Jenny as I break the deer's neck. You see a lot of martial arts in this. You see a lot of hand-to-hand combat, but you won't see any martial arts in Nothing, no moves in this, despite what they said at the time about the training you went through. There's no Spetsnaz maneuvers, there's nothing, it's cinematic. His hair looks great though, look at that. That's my hair at the time. After I got my mullet cut. What a life. I know a few Special Forces operators that have now retired. They don't live anything like this. See that shirt? That shirt is wearing that shirt, or a very, 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 very close replica of it. I got from the Freeman's catalogue just after the film came out, and they said our military style shirt. It was based on that. I wish I still had it. It's a great shirt. That I love it. Right, here come the sandwiches. Oh yeah, look.
Why don't they just call him girl choice? It will cut down all the confusion, I think.
Oh God, that's so old.
Now, when I was a boy, and rock and roll came to East Germany.
Can anyone understand the word he's saying? Can anybody decipher that? I have seen the transcript, but I have forgotten exactly what he says there. But it doesn't make any sense just listening to him.
You don't want to know.
Well, they just call him Girl George. You'll cut down all the confusion, that thing.
Dad, what's wrong?
Oh, and here's James Olsen from the Andromeda Strain. There's General Franklin Kirby.
What's that Army helicopter doing here? You said you would go away again. Just come through.
That's what Mum said.
Going anywhere.
And she's gone.
Promise?
She went back off with Charlie and joined those angels. Doesn't half remind me of that shot there from the opening of the thing with the Norwegian helicopter. They're not Swedish, man. They're Norwegian. It's buzzing around the Antarctic camp. Now, we're going to have fun picking this movie apart, but we're going to enjoy it at the same time. The thing is, General Arias, played by Dan Hedaya, the big bad guy, who's been wiping out all of Arnie's men in an attempt to get him to panic so that he can lead them to Arnie. So, after killing off supposedly various members of his elite unit, they've used him so they can find Matrix. He's flown in a helicopter to this mountaintop resort where he's hiding away in retirement. How the hell have they followed the helicopter? But they're right there. Oh, they're there. They are just lurking in the bushes.
I know. Silent and smooth, just like always.
That's about the only time in this movie where you'll know that Matrix has genuinely used stealth and covert techniques by sneaking up on him.
Jenny, I need to talk.
Get your hand off me head.
Yeah? Not a one?
Very funny. Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny, don't be cheeky. This is the general.
John, we've got a problem. Someone's killing your men.
Look at these two guys. These two guys are meant to be, are they any good? Real good, but not as good as you were. Look, they're just standing there. They're meant to secure the area. They're standing there chatting away.
Who is doing it?
You've made enemies all over the world, John. It could have been the Syrians, the South Americans, Russians. or
Stallone.
Group. They're gonna find you.
Fuck.
You make a normal life here.
You will.
Normal.
I promise.
Playing with Bambi.
Going into the city to coordinate with the federal people.
Carrying trees across the mountains.
Get close to you. In the meantime, Jackson and Harris will stay here with me.
Are they any good?
Real good, but not as good as you were.
Thank you. I'll take care of it myself. Take these pussies with you. You know what? James Olsen always frightens me there. You're meant to duck down underneath the roses. He's a tall guy, and he stands there and he waves up as well, like he's put his hand into the fucking roses.
Is it bad?
Oh, will you stop pestering me? I'm not going away again. Uh-oh. I smell bad guys.
I better in here. I can make it. I'll be alright. I've got to get my rifle from the shed. Keep an eye out. I'll be coming.
Here we go.
Remember, you're downwind. The air current may tip them off.
Downwind? Did they got to smell them coming?
I did.
I did a video on this about the use of the olfactory senses in Special Forces training.
I'll be right back.
That you do use it. The US defense program did a massive sort of ongoing experiment and project into like how people can use their sense of smell and hone it to smell enemies, and they do it anyway. I did a massive video on this. You can look back. Dude, what was that? 1-3 wasn't much of a code, that was it? Beretta HK 91A, I think it is. It's a very big assault rifle. I love this though. It just runs up roofs and stuff. Oh, well. I told you to smell them coming. This is sensational, this. I used to love this.
Where is she?
Mellow out, man.
You can't talk business with you waving guns in people's faces.
Look at Arnie's face. There's many times where he looks just like Clint Eastwood.
Face it, what is it?
Like there.
My people got some business with you. And if you want your kid back, then you gotta cooperate.
And look at this, firing from the hip as well.
Wrong.
Oh! You better cooperate, right? Wrong. Boom. Look at this Jeep. Is this Jeep? You know, look, regular viewers know that I love certain movie vehicles, but I know next to fuck all about vehicles at all. Makes, brands, countries of origin, I don't know. But that does not remind me of Chief Brody's blue version of that Amity Police Jeep that he's got from Jaws 2, as opposed to the beige coloured one from Jaws, the first one. Someone out there will let me know. Oh, this is a great scene, this actually, because Arnie looks like he's really bouncing around, going over like really rough terrain and getting whipped by branches coming through the open window. Whoa! Hey! But if you think about it, he's tumbling down at a high speed. He's going to try and catch these. They can see him coming. And then he's missed them there. He's further down the hill than they are. They've got to go down the path and then turn around again. He'd be about 30 miles away by now. In a broken heap at the bottom of the mountain. How is it he's now behind them again? Which you'll see now. Crazy bastard. Oh, you should have thought of that, shouldn't you? The reason why you're picking this guy is you want his training and his powers, his skills. What you expect him to do? Fucking roll over? Oh, I surrender. Sorry, I gave him Stallone's voice there. That shot, because of his beige coloured pants, looked like he had a bare bum. Oh, oof. Didn't I just tell you to smell them coming? Hey, it's Vernon Wells.
Bennett, I thought you were
Dead.
You thought wrong.
How did he get off that fucking boat then, which they blew up? And why did he go to the trouble of doing it? They could have said he'd been killed. Ooh, that was quick acting. And a nice bogey up Arnie's nose there as well. There we go. Here's the bad boys now. David Patrick Kelly from the Warriors. Oh, I should have had a few more of these bottles of bud so I could have knocked them together and gone, Warriors, come out to play. Scumbag. Dan Hedaya. His accent's great in this. Well, are we even going to bother with the plot to this? The Matrix had gone in there to depose Arius and put the legitimate El Presidente of this little piss pot fucking tyrannical country south of the border. And now, Bennett, who was part of Arnie's team, enjoyed the killing too much, so he had been thrown out from his unit, which is why Bennett has got a bit of a chip on his shoulder. But Arius now wants a bit of poetic justice. He wants to gain control of the country again, but he's going to use Matrix to go in there because the president he put in power trusts him, so he can get close and kill him. And if he doesn't do it, they're going to kill Cheney. This is a huge expositional dump here. Now let's use this moment to look at Vernon Wells. We all know that he wasn't meant to be playing Bennett. The guy that was meant to be playing Bennett, and I've heard a lot of rumours about who this was meant to be, and whether it's been, because it's been so long since I watched this movie, and I haven't really read much about it since, and I've probably forgotten. Do we actually know who the real guy was meant to be? Because if we do, I can't remember, but I do know various names that were meant to be in the frame for it. And anyway, he dropped out. That didn't work out. So they brought in Vernon Wells, and the costume, they just gave him the same costume the other guy was meant to wear. But it doesn't fit him. He's got a beer gut. He's got flabby arms. But you gotta love him though. You've got to love Vernon Wells. And I meant to say at the time, when he went on that trawler for his fake assassination, one of those other guys, he goes, how's it going, Wes? He says, Wes, how's it going, Wes? And he goes, oh, working. Yeah. And he's not hiding his Aussie accent at all in this. So what was an Aussie guy doing in Arnie's Elite?
Sorry, I'll make sure you get on the plane.
Oh, God. I mean, a grey suit jacket, that green shirt. Look at the fashions. It's a fashion disaster. Look at that. Only Bill Duke comes out of that with any sort of kudos.
Helping me $100,000. You want to know something? When I found out I'd get my hands on you.
Arnie looks amazing, doesn't he? He never did get a proper good flat top. For some reason, he didn't like having his neck shaved. Look at all that. He's got a ton of hair going on back there. And if you notice, all the other squaddies that are in this, all the other grunts that Kirby's got in tow, they've all got tons of Hollywood extra hair. You know, they'd have regulation haircuts. They've all got too much hair. I know it was the 80s, I know, but...
So you and Bennett met in the service. I mean, Enriquez is in the service too.
Yeah.
Nothing like
Okay, right. Sully.
Have a nice trip.
Look at that. Is it
Take care.
snazzy suit?
Get some beers in Valverde Matrix. It'll give everyone a little more time with your daughter.
There's no need for that, is there?
You're a funny guy, Sully. I like you. That's why I'm going to kill you last.
Hey! Move. You know, don't draw attention to yourselves, folks.
The way you felt.
In a fucking packed airport with security guards everywhere. Look at this. Stage direction here. Arnie, look up now, please. Look up. Thank you. Look at him. He should be in a Big Mark Mega Mix disco dance off. Some of you know what I'm talking about there. Here's a mistake, tactical error. Oh, I'll sit on the window seat then, giving you easy access to the aisle.
Open your mouth again, and I'll nail it shut.
Really? Really? Cheers. On to the whiskey now.
Could I have a blanket and a pillow, please?
I do love this though. It's preposterous beyond belief, but I think it's great. I remember as a kid, I was dead excited by this. How he gets off the plane.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now preparing for departure. Do please make sure that all your carry-on luggage is safely stored.
Every plane I've ever been on, the air hostesses have never been as fit as these.
Once we reach our cruising altitude, we're going to be serving our complimentary beverages, and then a little later on our
Yeah, they're going out to a little tyrannical, guerrilla-run, piss-pot place. Who's having a lovely trip from LAX to, you know, Valverde or whatever the hell place is called? Look, he's just clubbed him, broke his neck with a big, massive, audible crunch, and these two dickheads are just like, didn't notice a thing.
Excuse me. How long is the flight?
She's like, will you just shut the fuck up and leave me alone?
Thank you. And do me a favor.
You always you spot the trouble passengers. You're one, aren't you? Well, you won't be there for long. Don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired. Sir, you again?
I'm Jessica.
What are they? They're not going to let him do that. They're not going to let him just walk off like that, are they? Oh, that looks good there. He does look really mighty mean in this movie. Fuck off. Again, you got that Clint Eastwood look there. Do you see it? Do you see what I mean? In Terminator, when he gets blown off after the tech noir shootout, and he gets hit off the bonnet of the car, and he gets up again. I always spotted right from the word go, I thought he looks like Clint Eastwood. And I've seen loads of elements in movies, but this really especially, loads of Clint Eastwood looks. Yeah, me and Enriquez were in the services too. Yeah, it's not like old wartime buddies. Bullshit, what service were you in? Entertainment or catering? You know, Tom Cruise does this sort of thing on a daily basis, but this looks really good. There's some really bad stunt doubles in this movie, but a lot of this right here. Okay, that's not Arnie, obviously, but that's Arnie. That looks good. Those shots look really good. Look at that, you know. Here we go. Whee! No man, like I'd land on a piece of fucking bamboo right up my arse. Mission over. I'm gonna get rid of that fucking shit jacket. Right. The countdown. Blip, bidip, bidip. Turn the fucking sound off it. Each time you see that watch again and you look at it, he's still making blip, blip noises. And you're gonna see him try to be stealthy and sneak up on people. Blip, blip, blip. He's running pretty well there. Arnie is not a good runner. He's too big. He's just a too big a guy. But he does pretty well in this movie. And I was knocking the training before, but I was knocking the apparent martial arts training, which they didn't do any fucking martial arts training. I can guarantee you, because they don't show any. But look at that, you know, that's agility for a big guy.
Yeah, the bird's flown.
He's doing pretty well. He's running all over the place, and he's climbing up and down things.
Yes. Gracias, Sally.
Gracias, Sally.
Well, we are right on schedule.
Hmm.
Any good fortune?
I suspect a fair bit of the old Grecian 2000 has been used on your hair there, Mr. Hedaya. Of course, in Alien 3, no, Alien Resurrection, let's get this right, Alien Resurrection, he's the general, who the alien takes a bite, but it's in a mouth, takes a bite out of the back of his head, and he manages to stand there long enough to put his hand up and pull out a bit of brain and realise he's dead. He's also in a coma with his blood simple, talking about deaths. Jesus Christ. Here you go, stealthy, stealth. You're 6'2", mate. You're built like a brick shithouse. I know, what's he meant to do? He can't go crawling round, can he? I know. But it's just like, you stand out a fucking mile. What if Sully had just gone? You'd have no chance of catching up with him. But luckily for Arnie, that Sully is a dirty, horny bastard. Not only with wisecracking paedophile jokes, but he's going to put the moves on any hapless female passerby. Is that walking normally? Ray Dawn Chong from Quest for Fire as Cindy, air hostess and trainee pilot. That comes in handy, doesn't it? Yeah, piss off, short ass. Look at him. He's such a diminutive little bastard, isn't he? But he's got a fucking goblin face. I do like David Patrick Kelly though. I think he can be a great actor. And you know, you can't knock the acting here. He's doing exactly what he's meant to be. A sleazy bastard. Do you think he and Willem Dafoe were in the same goblin gene pool? No? Oh, okay. Those suits back in the 80s, I had a few of them. Big, wide shoulders.
Hey, slow down.
So this is his second attempt now.
I got something I'd really like to give you.
I'm not interested.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing.
From here, it looks like a nightmare. Would you please leave me alone?
You fucking whore. You know, take it on the chin, mate, why don't you? Why is Sully pissing about trying to pick up Cindy? They've got a job to do. They're working for Arius. They've got to get him back in power. But you know, I suppose if you've got a raging boner all the time, then you know, you're always on the sniff, aren't you? I suppose. Okay, thanks for that, yeah, she is. She does come out with a good line. It's just not my day. It isn't. Hit it. She gets stood up for a date. She gets hit on by a fucking sex pest terrorist bastard. And then this guy abducts her, rips up her car.
Follow him.
Going to
actually like that line. It's just like, oh, this is the way it's going. Something about him. That is the most ridiculous. I'm like, why is he even sitting down before? You're sitting right up now. It looks like a model car, doesn't it? With that big doofus sat in it.
Are you gonna kill me or something?
No.
No.
I suppose you wouldn't tell me if you were.
Sure would.
Really?
Trust me.
Yeah. Oh, why? Pretty bad stunt double there for David Patrick Kelly. I'm not going to keep pointing all the stunt doubles out because it will get on your nerves.
Trust me for years, wants me dead.
It's understandable. I've only known you for 5 minutes and I want you dead.
I like the continuity of keeping the cut on his head though. I do like that. Although I'm pretty certain that's going to disappear fairly soon. Look at that. That looks nothing like David Patrick Kelly. And it's the Galleria, folks. The famous Galleria. What's it actually called? Is it Sherman? The Sherman Mall? Have I got that right? I don't know. I've not actually been to it. I've been around it. Of course, Arnie would know it really well from Terminator 2 as well. Right. I mean, Horner's music is great. It's so propulsive, relentless. And even with the sort of jazzy, almost reggae overtones to it, the brassy blurts, it still works. And then the steel drums. Folks, what the hell is going on with all these inflatable friggin' tubes? What's all that about? If that was in Liverpool, they'd have been knifed and shot on day one. Look at him. What the hell is all that about? Zigzagging all over the place. Oh, nice pose there.
My daughter has been kidnapped. He's the only chance I've got of finding her. If he sees me or I lose him, I'll kill her. What I need you to do is follow him.
Why?
Tell him you're crazy about him.
Why?
Bring him over here.
You have got him. So you want her to go over there and talk him into coming over to you so you can get in then. Why do you just go and get him yourself?
She has less than 10
I'm sorry, but
I'm gonna stand. You're gonna kill her.
you pursued him with her. Ditch her now and go and get him. Go and get him yourself. Well, I do like the fucking mean look on his face here. You know, I've tried to look like this. I pumped iron massive. Well, I've talked about it a lot, and I was huge in the late 80s into the early 90s. I was huge. Then I lost it all, obviously. But I used to stride around places with my flat top, looking like, thinking I was Colonel John Matrix or Dutch from Predator. But my problem was I'm only 5'6", pushing 5'7". Loses quite like that. Look, but turn the fucking noise off, you dickhead.
Listen, there's a huge guy outside in a green t-shirt, and he's a paranoid maniac, and he's kidnapped me.
He's kidnapped me. So he's kidnapped you, but you're here talking to me. So in other words, you're free, aren't you? That's right. No one's going to see that shady deal taking place. Cheers, y'all. I'll just duck behind this pillar, but leave my huge pectorals hanging way out in plain sight.
Big, you there?
This is classic. Biggs. A mall guard chatting up the women.
Want to see me kick some ass?
Yeah, I'd love to see you try and kick some ass. You better wait here. Get yourself a drink, and I'll be back for you later, because they're all horny bastards. Oh, imagine being that poor guy in the sleeveless black t-shirt. who's even shorter than me, had to walk past Arnie, and he's wearing a sleeveless black t-shirt with little puny matchstick arms. I love the 80s. I love women with big hair. I love it. And stilettos. You don't get women in stilettos these days. What's going on there? Yeah, you bitch. You set me up. Oh, hey! Oh.
What are you doing?
This guy looks like Al Bundy.
You better come with us.
Watch how often you see the same sequence here from different angles. Whoa. Imagine that, you'd be like, what the fuck? I saw your plane take off. Give me a quarter. How does he know he got a quarter? Didn't even look. Ugh. Hey. Yeah, duck after it's been fired, yeah. I mean, this is great, but you've got a gun in your hand, shoot him in the face. Yeah. Arnie's angry face there, wow. Hey. Fuck off. Oh, Dick Warlock, stuntman, and the stunt double. What? Look at this move. And the sound effects. Like shotgun blast every time his knuckles make contact with someone. It ran like a girl there. Dick Warlock, who is the stunt double for Kurt Russell. Here he is. Oh, bum, 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 bum. He also played Michael Myers in Halloween 2. Oh, that's why all the inflatables are there. That's the same scene before. And it's the same shot again. They're there for this specific purpose. Whoa! You just know if you did that, you'd end up fucking miles away. You'd go through a plate glass window. You'd be on the roof. I love it. I do love it. Well, not this. The two-handed chest pump there. What's that? What's that about? Ooh, ah. But this now. Oh. Now, in all fairness, that does look like Arnie. It isn't. But that does look like Arnie, so that's not a bad case of stunt doubling there. Gets clocked and gets right up again. You go, whoa, yeah. Okay, folks. Before we get too excited by this impending car chase, is that Mark Singer walking down behind her? Doesn't half look like him. No. Don't get excited about this car chase. This is one of the worst car chases ever filmed. What speed are they going? About 2 or 3 miles an hour? And in the shittiest cars, don't tell me, oh, that's a Porsche and that's a fucking whatever it is. I don't know what the hell they are. Don't care. I think they look shit. Oh, what's this? What the hell is that driving there? It's like what is it? Jerry Anderson and Thunderbirds. They're like little fucking super marionated bloody puppet cars. You know, ridiculous. Is this California Highway Coast East? I don't know. The entire film is all filmed in California and some little islands. Woo! You're going about 5 miles an hour. It's nicely cut with the reactions though. He's ducking way after Sully fires a shot every time. But we do get one of the... Are you alright? What if she wasn't? Would you actually bother to stop and look after her? No, because you're on a time schedule, aren't you, mate? So why bother asking in the first place? No police chasing them at all, you know, nothing. It is LA though, let's be honest. Oh. Tell you what, that's Arnie slamming you against the upturned bonnet. Let's not go looking for the cable that's holding David Patrick Kelly. But it is there.
You need me to find your daughter.
Where is she?
I don't know. I took those. I think you were supposed to meet her.
You won't.
Why not?
I already know.
Already know.
You say no? I'm meeting him somewhere else.
Remember Sullivan I promised to kill you last?
I lied. Another dummy. After the dummy we saw dropping off the plane, which was Arnie, then we see that dummy. And one of the greatest screams, it's not the Wilhelm scream, it's a different variant. It goes, oh! Nah, do.
Now I do.
What happened to Ray Dawn, Sean? I should have made some research notes on this. I really should have done. Look at that. That's not Arnie driving that. That's a guy about 23 years old. I do like this shot here. This is very enigmatic. The misty sort of harbour. Although it is ruined by these rather ridiculous goons. And Vernon Wells. Look, he just rests on his hand there. But that's nice, enigmatic, you know, with the full moon there.
I'm sorry I got involved in this.
Oh, now you apologise after all the shit you put her through.
It's about her.
It's about her.
Yeah, some people are using her to force me to do a job.
A what? A job?
Kill her.
There's some people who are using her to force me to do a job.
If I did it,
Eh? A job. A what? I got to do a job. Well, you're not listening to me. I got to do a job to say Jenny. But I thought her name was... It says here, her name is Jenny. That's what I said. Jenny. So, are you going to do this job? I said job, not job. All that matters to me now is Jenny. Stay put. Be a good girl. Stay put. You could give her like a fucking, you know, video game to play, couldn't you? Yeah, little LCD games, Pac-Man, shit like that, little handhelds. Surely your piss pot little country could afford one of them. Then again, you know, it is genuinely horrible. It's the abduction and threat to a young girl. Even if it does happen to be Alyssa Milano. The sunspot. Sorry folks, I'm taking my hair out because I'd done that. I know you should be looking at me, you should be looking at the movie, but I'd put my hair into, like, for someone with hair like mine, to try and make a little Arnie flat top.
What are you doing?
But it's just irritating, so. There we go. If you look at the camera now, it's me, it's me, it's me. These slow burn _ menace and suspense cues from Horner, I think are great. What a seedy fucking motel room that is. God, it's awful, isn't it? This fight though coming up does remind me of the fight that George Lazenby has with the black assassin in my favourite Bond movie, On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Only that fight is infinitely better than this, but this one is massively memorable now for the corny one-liners. Scared, motherfucker? Well, you should be, because this green beret's gonna kick your big ass. I eat green berets for breakfast, and right now I'm very hungry. I want to wear this again. You just rip the buttons off it. Big people trying to be stealthy and hide behind corners and doors and things.
In the shower.
Gotta love Bill Duke though. He's a wonderful actor as well, you know. I'm saying that as if, like, you know, you're not seeing it from this. But you aren't. Boof! Hello! He's got a Smith & Wesson 37 with a modified hand grip as well. Oh! I do like that.
Scared, motherfucker? Well, you should be. Since the green beret's gonna kick your big ass.
Green berets for breakfast. Right now, I'm very hungry.
What?
What the bullshit?
What are these moves here? Boom. That's about the second time. How is it she's behind him? You notice that?
Fuck you, asshole.
Fuck you, asshole.
So is she wearing a strap on and was she rear-ending him? They've got a camera set up there. Did you notice that? There's a camera set up. Ooh! Ooh! Ugh. They had a camera set up there. So Cook's impaled on a table leg. Blood from the mouth. Blood gushing from the mouth. It's always like you go, ugh. What you'll find is if you're going to start bleeding from the mouth, you start bleeding from the nose and from the ears as well. It'll begin to leak from every fucking orifice. So yeah, that woman in the other room, she was behind the bloke.
Let's search it.
What's that about? I've been very adventurous in my time, like, but no one's attempting to go near that region. There we are, a bit of nice detective work here.
Look at this.
What is this?
Coastal is a
What is this?
supplies planes.
To whom? The airlines?
Usually
Airlines?
Are you sure?
I'm getting my pilot's license and this is where my instructor.
Oh, that's handy, isn't it? You're getting your pilot's license. You're going to come in very, very handy.
Let's go. We'll take Cook's.
You know, it's
Been eating.
plot armor, isn't it? Because if you've got to get to this fucking island, she's necessary now. She's immensely necessary. Nah, I like that. This is an unusual sort of setup here. Arius has his guerillas all sending over all his armaments and his armies and munitions. And this is just like a warehouse in California. And they've got armed guards and they've got tanks and fucking cannon and all sorts of... You know, how? And yet it's his big sort of stateside fortress and army barracks and armory. And they've got no one patrolling outside. So you've got Arnie climbing here and it's... Is that Arnie? Yes, that's Arnie. Look at all this shit in here, look at this. All the hardware. Look, he is climbing up and over things and shimmying up and down walls and that. Apart from Predator, he would never move as agilely or look convincing in anything else. And don't talk about the Running Man. Because in that fucking gold spandex suit, no one could look agile or athletic. So look at all the things Arnie's done, and look at his old teammates who got executed at the start. Can you imagine any of them doing any of this? Look at the guy he takes out now. This guy's a Maori. What the hell is he doing there? Watch now, watch. Oh. These dickheads in these movies, they always tucked their combat trousers into their boots. It's not how you do it, folks. Can you imagine how uncomfortable that actually is? You don't tuck them into your boots, you put your little ties around. Right, he's going to start working out latitude and longitude, as he says. Longitude.
His coordinates are somewhere near Santa Barbara.
Nice place. Longitude.
There's something going on in this island off the coast north of here. This must be...
Yeah, that's where they filmed Love Island. Imagine if he turned up there by mistake. Oh, sorry, I'm getting too engrossed in what's happening. Yeah, bring the invoice out again. It's a fucking tenuous link, all of this, but you know, okay, we'll go with it. Type 4 fuel is amphibious. Is that true? I don't know.
It was refueled at pump station 32.
I'm sure that's fucking gobbledygook. Yeah, San Pedro.
About 2 hours.
Arnie, why did you fucking blow the place up? Take out all that shit.
Not yet.
Where are we going?
Shopping.
Shopping.
Shopping?
Yes, shopping. Before I do my job to rescue my Chenny, I've got to go to the chops and go chopping. That's a real place, isn't it, Surplus City? Didn't they endorse the movie because they supplied a lot of gear? Am I making that up? Probably. I don't know. Yeah. Covert, tactical, stealth. No! I don't need none of those things. Did you see that? There's a shot there. There's another guy driving it. When he clearly was riding through a lot of that. Oh, imagine this. God, I'd be there for hours. I'd take everything. Except for the flippers that he does grab. We'll talk more about the knife that he uses, or the knives he uses. What do you want with the flippers? Are they to fan yourself? This is not a wise move. Yeah, like, or because every surplus store's got a hidden armory. You could hit the button which called the fucking police, you dickhead. Well, in fact, he did. He did call the police. That's a Remington shotgun. He's brought out Uzis. He brings out claymores here, which are radio controlled. Oh, here's the Flash 4-barreled rocket launcher. Flash 202, I think it is. Oh, you know, that was a Desert Eagle. The grenades. We'll talk more about those. Oh, the finished light machine gun that he gets is fantastic. I think they have a Mossberg shotguns, those. Look at this. I mean, we all love this sequence, but what's her no one's noticed there. No one's looked at CCTV. The police have arrived. Those two guys have, freeze. Don't even think about it. They were the shop security. They weren't police. What does it matter? KILT-MAN, shut the fuck up. What does it matter? So she's going to pursue these guys. General. Do you mean General? That's what I said. General Franklin Kirby. So, see how they've watered down the streets. Funny, in movies nowadays you don't see that, but in movies of the 70s and 80s when they were doing stunts and like high-speed driving and overturn stuff, they would water down the streets. What the fuck? Hooker, not bad. What the patent? Even the LAPD is being massively seedy rapists. Oh.
What do you think she's doing? I think she's got something for us.
I bet she does. Yeah, we all love this at the time. Shit.
What the hell was that?
So you plan to rescue our hero by firing a rocket at the vehicle he's actually trapped inside. Well, that's good tactics, isn't it? And luckily, she didn't flambe everybody aboard that vehicle. Oh, the guys are okay. Just scratch their heads.
I read the instructions.
Well, not very well, because you fired it back to front first time round, didn't you? Where did you learn to do that? Listen to him rattling. He's got so many fucking chains on him. Look at that tash. It's a definite evil tash. Vernon Wells has clearly thought, oh shit, I've got to wear that costume. Oh Christ. In Mad Max 2, I wore leather pants with the arse cut out. If I've got to keep the arse in these, I've got to do something at least a bit more gay. I'll have a big Freddie Mercury moustache. That's what I'll do. At the time of watching this, when I first saw it, I always thought, when you see like Arnie showing his daughter some martial arts, and she's, I use that term, very loosely, showing her some combative techniques, I thought she'd actually use them at some point in the movie, which of course she doesn't. But it actually would have been a bit of a sort of poetic payoff to his training her. This looks like Dan Hidea's stunt double here. Look, this is the harbour in LA, San Pedro. Boof! Boof! Fucking hell. No regard for the guy's family or kids. They hadn't done him any harm. So they've already got an army fucking barracks and munitions depot in the heart of LA. And no one's questioning that. They've got armed guards patrolling this harbour in a jeep. with fucking... They've got Uzis. They've got the full Uzis, I think. Remember rightly? We'll see in a minute. Because we'll see Uzi pistols later on, because Arnie has an Uzi pistol.
This is a canoe with
But you get the bigger, full Uzi. And look how far away they are there. Now they're shooting at him already.
Okay, okay, okay.
Oh, he's got the Uzi. Yeah. He's got the full Uzi there. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I get fixated on the weapons.
Look, there's no LED readout.
They're driving even slower down that jetty than the car chase before. Just stop the vehicle and fucking shoot at him. The poor guy has to clamber down the side of the fucking pier. Oh, a bit of a bad mad shot there, but oh, that's bad. That's like 60s James Bond style. Ah! Come on, you piece of shit, fly or die. Lex every time. Look, he says to her like, well done or nice job. Well done. Thank you. Well, if you hadn't helped her, you'd have gone fucking cascading right into the fucking ships and boats there.
Have a monitor every police, aviation, and marine channel in the area.
What are you expecting?
World War III. There is a horrendous deleted scene from the movie where someone is telling, General Franklin Kirby, James Olsen, is discussing the powers and skills that Matrix has got. And it is just like Troutman in First Blood saying like, you know what you're dealing with. Rambo is an expert with guns, knives, his bare hands. To live off the land. To ignore weather, pain. To eat things and make a billy go puke. And he goes on for about 5 minutes. And it's the worst speech ever. Nobody cut it out. Folks, the great Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton, who met Arnie in Terminator. And Bill Paxton, sadly missed. What a wonderful character in many movies, and a wonderful actor, which people did not appreciate for many years, but a great actor. Sadly now gone. There he is. We lost him, sir.
We lost him, sir.
So there's a little bit of hair training there, hair tactics. That's good. It's improvising. I'll take that. I'll take this bottle of whiskey as well, if you don't mind. So, have you seen the latest episode of Modern Family? Ah, yeah. I like that one with the big eyes. Look at this dickhead here. Slitting a little girl's throat. It's like cutting warm butter. You dirty bastards. Then I'll paint these guys out to be such fucking villains.
I love listening to your little pissant.
This is great, this.
Matrix was here. We'd love to.
I love listening to your little pissant soldiers trying to talk tough.
Soldiers are nothing.
Your soldiers are nothing.
Every one of them. In a blink of an eye.
Poor General Arnie is like, well, my soldiers are patriots.
I don't have to try. When Matrix finishes the job,
The chob.
he'll be back for his daughter. Now whether she's alive or dead, doesn't matter. Then he'll be after you.
Dan Hedaya must be thinking, why am I in this movie? I'm better than this. Why am I talking to this jockstrap here?
You. Afraid,
Mr. Bennett.
You.
His accent's great. I do like the way he's mangling his this sort of Mexicano, South American, Latino accent. Yeah, I have an edge. I have his daughter. Here we go. Folks, are you ready? This is gonna get fucking awesome now. It's been awesome all the way through. Awesomely fucking stupid. But awesome is awesome. Been in one of these, by the way. Not that type, but an amphibious plane. Did not like it, actually. Did not enjoy it at all. The interaction of a plane and sea. You know, your brain tells you, you know, that plane should not be there. Oh, a nice cut there, nice cut. Like, no one's noticed that the guy who's airsick has not returned, and the other guy hasn't fucking moved. And that hat never came up through any turbulence whatsoever. Ooh, here we go. Kirby, code red coordinates. Cock hanging out. Look, I've said it before, said it again. Females is what floats my boat, and my boat plane in that particular case. But looking at that, fucking hell, that's awesome. Anyone who can get into that kind of shape gets fucking, you know, the biggest praise I can give. When I was a teenager, that's what I wanted to be. No, sorry, not one of these fucking pissant peasants here. Not one of these sleazy bastards. What you just saw paddling away there. It's fucking little black speedos. I tell you what, look at this sweaty bastard here. This sweaty bald cunt here. Now, Matrix hasn't had a change of clothes since this whole adventure began. So imagine his little black trunks here. They'd be as sweaty as that fat bastard. Oh, almost went over there. Jesus Christ. You just want to be him, don't you? That's just the pinnacle. But we're suiting up. We're going to turn it up as well. Not much then. Desert Eagle. Oh, that is the, what is it now? The Valmet. Fucking, doesn't that gives you the fucking kill crazy hard on, that does. That's the Valmet light machine gun he's carrying there. Finish weapon. Did you see the way he strung his grenades up though? Big no. You strung them up via the pins. Via the pins. And you're going to run around with them jingle jangling around on your chest. Those strings are going to pull the pins out and blow you to little Austrian chunks all over the world. Looks clumsy as fuck, don't he, there? But I love it though, I love it. See these fucking binoculars here? The directional arrow. So he moves it one way and it's showing in the way he's moving it. Don't you fucking know your right from your left? Why would it do that? Oh, here is all the tourists coming back to this little glorious little tosspot fucking sweaty country. Look at his face, he's like, fucking hell. I'm gonna kill all you motherfuckers. And he will. All of them! Oh, I love this though. Again, that's a Clint Eastwood face there, albeit, you know, the camouflage. The camouflage paint he's put on, he hasn't put it in any kind of tactical way at all. He won't blend in with nothing. He's done it as war paint, so I'll give it that. He's done it as war paint. Let's just leave it as such. But let's not forget as well that he put the war paint on after he put the vest on. And when he takes the vest off, the war paint's already underneath it on his chest and torso. Look at this now, look at this. Sí, el presidente aquí. He's going to get told now that, yeah, he was not on the plane. So kill the girl. So all your plans are going to rack and ruin now, completely. Right. Boo! Oh. The knife he's using is a Jack Crane Life Support System 1. Which Arnie had seen on Wanted. Jack Crane supplied some more knives. That is a Life Support 1. It's not a Jimmy Lyle. It's not a First Blood knife. More claymores. These now, the Commando and Scorpion variants of the knife that he's carrying. And here's the famous one, the ballistic knife. He said, "Como estas? How are you?" Wilhelm scream. That ballistic knife. Everyone goes, Russian Spetsnaz use that all the time. It's made for them. It's bullshit. Claymores somehow have managed to totally blow up the inside of these buildings. And all the guards who happen to be outside are dummies propped up on sticks. Look at this knife. That is not a Jack Crane knife. That's a movie modified knife. Look at the dummies. Look at the dummies propped up on sticks. And by the way, you don't use claymores with a remote. Claymores are a two-piece unit with all the fragmentation inside. And then, but what you saw there was a Hollywood modification with a sort of remote control, sort of radio connector piece with a little beacon light on it. Look at it. Such a ponce. One shot or a double tap. Conserve your ammo, mate. Climb aboard. Right. Empty. The Flash 202 is completely empty. Apart from a little pyrotechnic. Does it matter? Does it really matter? I love spotting these things though. What were you shooting at there? What was that guy shooting at? Whiskey? Someone say whiskey? Whiskey X-ray? I've got the whiskey part covered. Yeah, look at this, look at this. Got your message. He runs off. This other guy's just carries off. Doesn't give a shit. The whole thing he has to be looking for. Shouldn't the other guy being like, "Oh my god, right, I'll help you." That's that Valmet. God, look at that. It's a brilliant weapon, that, you know. Yeah, I know what you're going to say. He's strung them up by the pins so he can pull them off the string and the pins come out without having to pull the pins separately. You don't carry grenades like that. You couldn't. You'd kill yourself and everyone around you. Look for the springboards as everyone's getting blown up. They're getting sprung off green covered springboards. Got the Uzi now. I mean, it's pure games playing, isn't it? You're swapping from weapon to weapon. Desert Eagle. Shotgun. Oh. Face. Pure 1930s evil dude face. Ooh, getting in everywhere. Look at that, all his kit's fucking shredded. Look at this garden shed now. Those of you who are regular viewers know I've got a longbow and arrows, and I've destroyed our garden shed completely by firing arrows into, through, and just, it's not there anymore. I've destroyed it with arrow power. These guys with fully auto weapons and an M60 as well do less damage than I've done with a bow and arrow. Look at the tash on that guy. It's like a hairy boomerang on his top lip. Yeah, I'm not going first. Fuck that. Oh! Oosh! Boom! God! This bit was always cut out in the UK. Whoa! That was the guy that was saying, slitting a little girl's throat is like cutting warm butter. He's saying, go get the bambino, meaning her. Is that what he's saying? You bastards. It's a fucking little girl. And look at him. You know, the big ass fucking, you know, you're the one who enjoyed the killing so much that Matrix had you thrown out of his unit. But all you do in the final battle is go after the little girl. And only fight Matrix when you have to. M60. Don't bother looking at the ammo chain, the ammo belt. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, those poor flowers. Someone took, you know, years nurturing them. Can you come along? It is great though, isn't it? How can you not love it? See how they're all standing there waiting for their cue to be shot. It's a suppression tool, the M60, by the way. You know, everyone, so many movies in the 80s, they're always using these as like running around and targeting people. Not with that, you don't. He ran up his own house roof, he's running up this house roof now. I do like that, though, that's done again. There's always a generator room, isn't there? There's steam and horrible hot tanks and cylinders, pipes and ductwork. They don't always have some outrageously gay, venomous villain prowling around as well, though. Oh, he falls over there, you know. That landing did not go well. Jenny! She's sitting there going like, oh, for fuck's sake, Dad, my name's Jenny. Just say Jenny. Oh, he's got that horrible fucking bullpup weapon there. Hate that. The AUG there. Oh, it's a horrible weapon. Nothing does horrible things. It's just a horrible looking and sounding weapon, like a bullpup. You've had a myriad of M16s and Car 15s, and every single one's been modified as well. They're all modified. Why is he shooting? He can't even see his target. I'm gonna roll. Bang, 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 bang. See, they cut just a second before you saw the green crash mat. Daddy! In the flicks, by the way, when I first saw this, I was literally out of my seat all the time, punching the air, screaming and making machine gun noises. Chinny! Jenny, what the hell is wrong with you? It's Daddy.
Daddy?
No. Not Daddy.
Oops, my mistake.
Come on.
Come on.
John?
Oh, what's he got? What weapons he got there?
Go and find out.
No thanks. I think I'll take a pass. John? Stick your head out. One shot.
He has an Uzi in another holster, by the way.
I'll make it quick. Just for old time's sake.
Ben, stop screwing around and let the girl go. Me that you want. I have only one arm. You can beat me.
Oh, appealing to the machismo
Oh, wait a chicken.
and the heroic glory of it all. You just, I mean, you kill the girl. If you were him, you kill the girl.
Look me in the eye. See what's going on in there when you turn.
And you turn it. See? Jack Crane knife there.
Let the girl go.
Life support system 1.
Don't deprive yourself of some pleasure.
It is a good knife. It is a good knife. I haven't got it, by the way.
Let's party. I can beat you.
Let's party.
I don't need the girl.
Vernon Wells goes really OTT here. And you can see it's iconic. It's cult. I'm gonna kill you now. But he must have thought, look, I look ridiculous. And I'm going against Arnie in his prime. I'm a pot-bellied fucking bastard.
You're getting old, John.
Yeah, you're getting old, John. Look at you, you flabby bastard, going against him. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Have you looked at him? But he compensates by going completely OTT. Oof. Falling on steel grills and hitting off concrete and metal pipes. Oh. Oof. That. Listen to his little squeals. It's like a fucking crow. Oh. For real. Yeah. You've got the strength, haven't you, Vernon? Look at his face though. He really is giving it some. Wouldn't you've killed for a Mad Max, as in Mel Gibson, and Vernon Wells, as in Wes in Mad Max 2, actual physical skirmish? Wouldn't you love that? Oh. Oh, energized. John, I feel good.
John, I feel good.
Just like old times.
What's it feel like to be a dying man?
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
How'd you do that? There's the Uzi. That's actually the Uzi pistol he's got there. In a bowl. Ooh. And as you can see on my t-shirt, if you cast your eyes this way, let off some steam, Bennett. Oh, God. Oh no, everything's falling over behind me now. Shouldn't have moved. Oh, what the hell. I had all camo jackets all. Oh, God. All arranged behind me. Nice. Can you see that? If you look at this, there's a nice still from Commando. That was there. I had an Arnie figure from Predator, all arranged as well. He's gone flying. This is a nice shot, this. The cavalry arrive, and Cindy has arrived as well. You know, what should make that complete is one guy should fall over. One guy should always fall over on the way out of being a helo dropped. It's Olsen again. He's standing up too tall next to these fucking rotors. He's got a fucking death wish. Look at that! Look at it! Look at that guy there, the big fat Puerto Rican. These guys are shit. You know. No wonder he wants him to start his old team up again.
Leave anything for us?
Just bodies.
I'd just like you to start off your unit again, John.
Oh, time and a place, mate.
This was the last time.
'80s, gotta end on a rock song.
Until the next time.
Whoa.
No chance.
No chance. Yeah, fuck you, General Franklin Kirby. Oh, and by the way, Dad, who's that woman? Dad, that's not Mum. How's she hugging me? What's going on here? Dad, who is this strange woman? John, we can fly you out of here a lot quicker than in that little crate. Well, folks, there's Commando for you. 1985, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Vernon Wells, Alyssa Milano, David Patrick Kelly, Ray Dawn Chong. Oh, here's the fucking credits. I should have read them out properly, shouldn't I? Diaz, it says Carlos Cervantes. I've got Carlos as in Gary Cervantes. He must have used Gary to get himself into other movies. If you've forgotten who he is, he's the one that says like when the first kidnapping takes place of Cheney, he's like, you know, mellow out, man. If you want your kid back, you know, you better cooperate, right? Wrong. That's him. You know. And here's the power station doing this. A couple of guys from Duran Duran and Robert Palmer. Hey, power station. And that was always the tagline on it. Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna pay. It's very, very 80s. It's also very, very brilliantly outrageous and such ballistic fun. For someone like me that's done martial arts and used a lot of weapons and done a lot of military stuff, you watch that kind of thing and you just go, oh, it's fucking ridiculous. And then you have to go like, because I watched it, first time I saw it was before I knew anything really. I knew firearms, but I didn't know tactics and stuff. But I fired a lot of weapons by the time I saw this. And but I didn't really realise just how stupid they were doing it. It was just movies, explosive and great good fun. And then afterwards, you begin to like analyse it, and when you get older, a bit more pragmatic, you go like, oh my Christ, what are they doing here? That's ridiculous. But it's part of it though. It's also part of the great good fun that is Commando. And Commando is one of the most outrageous of the 80s one-man army movies. It is the pinnacle, really. Rambo, I said before about that British critic saying like, Commando, the thinking man's Rambo. And then went at length about like dissing Stallone and the Rambo movies. There'd only been 2 at that stage. And bigging up this movie. Fucking hell, you know, seriously, I don't care how much of a fan of Commando and Arnie you are. That's not a patch at all on what you see Stallone's character Rambo doing. Even though it goes preposterous in OTT as well. God, there's everything falling over. Look at this fucking picture's falling off again. Oh, by the way, I did bring some knives to the party. Come on, Bennett. Let's party. There's the Rambo First Blood Part 2 mission knife. Yeah. And we have the original Rambo knife here as well. I do not have the Jack Crane knife from Commando. I'd like it though. It is a good knife. But if you noticed in the movie, there's the First Blood knife. If you noticed in the movie itself, when you watch and you look at that, when he's like, "You want to stick the knife in me and see what's going on in there. Look me in the eyes and see what's going on in there when you're trying it." If you look at that knife, it's got laser engraved onto it all over the place. Jack Crane's name and the name of the knife, and that's I hate that. Hate any kind of like, you know, signatures and the name of something on a blade. It's meant to be fucking used, isn't it? If you've made this knife, it's meant to be used, not be an advert for yourselves. You're not going to find any combat fucking operator going to use a knife with someone's name all over it. Like 007, you know, it's got 007 stamped on the bullet. Fuck off. You know, make a personal statement. Oh, bullshit. I'm not having any of that. You just want the tools to do the job. The job! They do the job! They've taken my daughter. They forced me to do a job. A what? A job. Hey? A job? Yes, a job. His accent's terrible in this movie. There are lines earlier on in their lovely Alpine home when I haven't got a fucking clue what he's saying. Why let's call him Girl George? You know, it would cut down all the confusion. I think. You know, here come the sandwiches. What's in this? Yeah. And his little speech about being back home in Germany and about the communists and all that, like. So he's talking East Germany, obviously. Oh, by the way, cheers, y'all. This will probably come on again now. Oh, it has. It's come on again. Don't believe it. I'm going to turn it down. So, folks, that was Commando. Arnie would go on to much better things. Terminator was already fantastic. Conan the Barbarian's fantastic. Conan Destroyer is great good fun. Raw Deal, Irvin Kershner directed that. I like Raw Deal, and it's I should cover it. I've not seen it for, God, Jesus, probably for about 20 years or more. But it's a good thriller, and it does end. Again, he will tool himself up, and he'll go on and take on the mafia and all that. Like, he'll have two big sort of shootouts at the end. But it was obviously going to culminate for Arnie in this. And then it's almost like Arnie and everybody realised, well, you've just took on armies, you can't be beaten. We're going to try to like humanise you, bring you back down again, and yet still keep all that excitement and tension and suspense and action going. And then you got Predator. And of course, Predator's the one that, need I say any more? I've gone on about it so much. It's his defining moment. It's his best movie. It's his best character. It's and it exhibits Arnie at his zenith of physical, you know, optimal prime alpha male, running for his life and shit scared. In Commando, every scene he's in, he's not terrified by anything. He's not fazed by a damn thing. You know, armies. I'm tuning up. He doesn't know what he's going to face out there. He might have an idea, but you know, no, how many he's going to go against. He must have just enough ammunition and the right tools for the job. You know, the job. Oh God, I'm getting sick of that now. We're back on the assassinations again. So everything's wrapped up. There's an overwhelming sense of uber confidence. You can see why that appeals to, you know, blokes and to, you know, action junkies. And the 80s again. It was the go-getting era. So a film like this, just like you can be the ultimate male. You know, you can look like this. Well, you know, you can't. Some might aspire to that, but you know, and get there. But the idea was, this is what you can be. And it's up there, Hollywood billboards, cinema, banners everywhere. trailers, and then you go and see it, and you get it at home video, like, wow, it's fucking awesome. I want to be that. It's a big ego drive. It's momentum. It's a spiritual and machismo awakening for men, for right or wrong reasons. But that is what happened to me. That's exactly what I did. I was already in love with guns. I was already in love with doing weights. Arnie was the man, but I loved Stallone as well. But when this come out, I felt massively enamored under its spell. As fucking stupid as it is, and I knew at the time it was daft. It wasn't First Blood, but it was urban compared to Rambo being in the jungles. So it kind of brought it a bit nearer to home, you know what I mean? So you could do it. Listen to me. This is how you thought. This is how you thought. And in cinemas, watching this over and over again, I'd be in the cinema reenacting it while it's taking place. I'd be leaving the cinema and running down people's fucking walls and storming onto buses. I was doing a lot of crazy stuff, and all because of this. It's true. It's true. And I had weapons in the house at the time because the gun situation in the UK changed drastically, radically, catastrophically after Hungerford and Dunblane, of course. So, you know, and I've discussed this a lot. Some idiots have actually been on to me and said that I'm anti-gun because of some comments and a video I made about America and its ridiculous gun laws. I'm not anti-gun whatsoever. And if you watch that video, I quite categorically said that. I said you need training and people should be vetted before they can have a weapon. But once you've passed all that, have a weapon. You know. But it's James Horner's score again, and Arnie carrying a tree. I love guns. I grew up with guns. My family has always had weapons, be they bladed, be they, you know, incendiary, be they ballistic. I had them all. I grew up with them. I know them inside out. I have tons and tons myself right now. But anyway. But the whole ethos behind films like this, it's gung-ho, one-man army, but it's also, even the UK bought into this because you had the Thatcherite system, which is also Thatcherite Reaganite system, where you can be whatever you want to be, and we will be the entrepreneur, be the go-getter, do this, be a cutthroat, literally cutthroat business, barbarian, make a name for yourself. And that's how the Tories kept power, because they boosted certain people up and they would then boost them up with their money and backhanders and people in. Well, you know how it works. And America's exactly the same, but even more right out there. It's even far worse in America. But Commando, I don't mean to get political about things, but you can't avoid that. Although this is pulp comic book craziness and violence and uber action, it's still it's born out of a political environment, a political system which endorses this and the one-man army. Clint Eastwood had done this a decade before with Dirty Harry. It's 15 years before when he made Dirty Harry. And the whole vigilante one-man right-wing system. By the way, I totally endorse an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, and taking out criminals. And when I mean taking them out, I mean not taking them out for dinner, or take them out to the flower show. Take them out with a bullet between their fucking eyes. I mean take them out. I totally and utterly believe in that. So all those dickheads that dissed me from America, saying, "Oh, you're totally. If you say I can't arm myself and look after my property," I never said that. You idiot. You're the idiot because you didn't watch the full video and you didn't listen to what I said. I gave my reasons for what my arguments were, but I also massively endorsed protecting your own house, your family, your kith and kin, and yourself by whatever means necessary. And I also said that the law's an ass, you know. But anyway. Here come the sandwiches. I'm fucking starving now. They're going through that. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm knackered. What's the kill count in that movie? Someone on YouTube will have done it. The kill count in Commando. You sad bastards. Says the guy who just asked, what's the kill count in it? What's in this? Here's the line. Oh no, we've just missed the line about the when I was a child in back there, East Germany, communists would have said it's subversive. Who knows? Maybe they were right. Shit, I'm watching it again. I don't believe it. Right, folks. Anyway, that was the Kilted commentary. Kilt. I'm wearing the Ancient Mackenzie. 'Tis there. Wear it a lot. That's the one, as I always say, that is the closest that my family has to our own tartan, because my family is affiliated to the Mackenzies, although my family has no tartan of their own. So, and this is the oldest Mackenzie that you can get. In fact, you can't even get it now. You can't get it. I was lucky to get this. They don't make it, and if you did ask someone to make it, it would cost you a hell of a lot. How much, KILT-MAN? A hell of a lot. And I'm talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds to make this particular tartan now. And mine wasn't made especially for me. I managed to acquire one, which was even luckier again. But so yeah, there'll be more Kilted commentaries, and please stay on board for these things, and because it's a good laugh. It's one thing sitting and reviewing a movie and going through it, which is great, good fun. But sitting and watching it as well, you know, is just... Because as I said before in the previous one, there's bits that you would never think to mention. You know, you just wouldn't think of it. By the way, this is the opening again. Matrix's Alpine home. And I was saying Alpine, it's Alpine style lodge in the Californian hills, but my God, it looks lovely. I could live there. I could live there and play with Bambi every morning, get ice cream shoved in my face. It's got its own fucking swimming pool there as well, and its own armory. Folks, I have been always shall be KILT-MAN. Please keep it kilted, keep it Celtic. Please comment below and let me know what you think of Commando. I know you all love it. And what you think of these commentaries. And give suggestions for the movies. I won't always be able to do these other movies because I have, even in this room, there's probably about 4,000 films all the way around here. And there's thousands more elsewhere, and I have all my favourites, which I've discussed a lot on the channel, and obviously I want to do those, but I like little sort of left field suggestions. Do a commentary on this and go, oh God, yeah, I'll do that, because it'll throw me a bit of like, you know, a loose wheel, and I'll be like, oh right, I'm gonna think on my feet, and I like that. I do like that. I like watching a film I've not seen for a long time. It's all well and good me having like a film I know so well, and because then it just becomes like a litany of just, and then it's just parrot fashion really. But a film I've not seen for a while, and like, throw me one of them. I can't guarantee I could do it. I might not even have the film. I might not even want to do it. But you know, but give me some suggestions, you know, for any sort of genre. Except musicals. Let's not do them. Let's not do them. The only music I like to hear is this. High caliber firepower. So, in the meantime, and this ever incendiary and ballistic in between time, please keep it Celtic, keep it Celtic. I'm going to see you all. Later. These guys eat too much red meat.